What is going on, everyone? I'm DeFi Sean. That is Mr. Pixel, and we are back with another episode of Moon or Dust Trending. Also, with two more of our fellow Pump Fun Hackathon contestants. They're going to come up and share their projects. And I know we're not on YouTube and X yet, but from when we do get there, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, post button, repost button, whatever button you have to hit to send this far and wide. Hit that button as usual. Yeah, Mr. Pixel, how's the day going?
Going good, man. Going good. Cranking it out as always. Grinding away here. I see you've been grinding as well, getting all those yesterday's episodes up. But X is giving some problems today for some reason. They were having some issues yesterday as well. And YouTube, like you were saying, had a big outage last night as well. So social media is getting pounded.
I was on my YouTube last night, and like literally, I was uploading some stuff. I was on my Crypto on Calls channel, and like it just like died. Like it all of a sudden said it had like this error message, and I was like, "What the hell?" And then of course I went look at all my other accounts, and yeah, they were all down too. And then literally like 2 minutes later, I got an alert from Cointelegraph on Twitter saying an outage in YouTube. And then I don't know if anyone else is having this problem. I'm assuming it is, but yesterday's contestants, I linked their tweets for the YouTube videos, but I couldn't directly upload the video on Twitter. No matter what I do, a Twitter video will not upload. So I don't know if anyone else is having that issues. I'm sure it's a known issue. I've been trying for like 4 hours now on all kinds of different things to get uploaded. It's not happening. So yeah, Twitter going out, YouTube going out, everything's going out. So, but hey, we're here on Pump Fun. Pump Fun doesn't seem to be going out today. Yeah, Mr. P, why don't you tell the people what we do here?
Yeah. Sean, they can't handle the smoke, bro. We're bringing too much heat. That's what it is.
Exactly.
But yeah, everybody, we are, of course, a live trending show. We highlight the 5 top projects on our Telegram bot Monday to Friday across multiple channels. We're live on Pump Fun at the moment exclusively, but they all get posted the following day after the fact across multiple YouTube channels, multiple X channels, on Rumble now as well, totaling over 200K subscribers. If you're in the top 5, we will highlight your project all of those days if you're in the top 5 during that time. And of course, you can see those blue links right there on the screen. Once you click those, it'll bring you right into that project's Telegram. So you can DYOR after the fact too, see what all the buzz is about. How do you install the bot? All you got to do is go to moonordust.media right here. You can scroll down. You got all our weekly show schedule right there. And you can click the trending section. It's also available here on the left side tray. Pop that out. Click in, tells you all about the show. All the links are there where you can watch it. This is the bot right here. Just click that button, add bot now. It will prompt you to open your Telegram. Give the bot the admin permissions in the group of choice and get your community voting. Of course, you can do that organically, or you can take advantage of the paid boost options. We have 2. We have a vote multiplier boost, which gives your each vote a 1.2x, a 1.5x, or a 2x that lasts for 1 hour, or else you can take advantage of the leaderboard boost. Shoot your project into the top 5, top 3, or straight to the number 1 spot. That lasts 24 hours as well. Really good rates on that. And also, if you have this bot installed, we could be reaching out to have your project take on our AI whales in our Moon or Dust game show as well and win some Mafia token for your community. So I would advise everybody, if you are in any projects, go and talk to them, let them know, take advantage of the exposure that we're building here at moonordust.media. And like I always say, the bot, try it out. It's not spammy at all. We make sure it auto deletes votes so it doesn't clog up your Telegram channel. We're very cognizant of that. So try it out. If they don't like it after a while, that's fine. Shit can it if you want. But I would definitely advise, give it a shot, get your community vote, and take advantage of all the exposure that we're offering here. And it's 100% free to install it. So yeah, what are you waiting for? Get her done.
Yep. Hey, and while we're plugging ourselves, let's go ahead and talk about that one extra layer. So I own Crypto on Calls Investing. It's the marketing company, which you can see right here, cryptoncalls.net, and the YouTube channel of the same name. Been doing both of them for about 4 years. And if you're in the crypto market, and I know marketing is a little dry right now, trust me, I know better than anyone. But if you're looking for anything, YouTube videos, Instagram, TikTok, X, any promotional stuff, centralized exchange listings, CMC, market making, literally anything you need in the space, I will handle it for you. I will hook you up with it, and I will give you by far the best price. If you're dealing with someone else that's claiming they do the same thing as me, I guarantee you our prices would be night and different. I'm one of the few people I've found that don't do like 100 to 200% markup. So I've seen people mark up like 400% on some of their services. It's absolutely insane. So if you need anything, reach out to me and I will get you that connection. at a very reasonable price. And also need a YouTube video review, go ahead and hit me up. I just did Kobo AI. We did Ellie Pow, talked about media and the Mafia token a little bit a while ago, uploaded an hour ago. So yeah, go check out that video. I'll get you handled. And also the Crypto Chain Reaction podcast. Bitcoin really worthless. Let's talk about it. I compared it to gold, just, the age-old conversation. Today's episode, which isn't out yet, I'm going to be releasing here in the next hour or two probably. That is talking about Bitcoin compared to the US dollar. I figured Bitcoin gold. Figured we'd do some comparison to the US dollar as well. So go ahead. We are in season 3 of episode 5. Now, got all that out the way.
You're a machine, Sean. You're a machine.
We try. We don't stop here. But yeah, let's see what the market looks like. Looks like we're still at 12 from yesterday. Overall market cap's down. Let's head to 2.47. Bitcoin is at 66.3. ETH slightly below 2. XRP's at $1.42. BNB still holding strong above 600. Solana dropped a little. It was at 84 yesterday. It's at 81. Everything in a 2 to 4% drop, it looks like, in the last 24 hours. Any big news, guys, let us know. There's a rumor that they're going to be talking banks and everyone again tomorrow about the market structure bill. I mean, do you think that is something that's seriously holding up the market with the uncertainty? I mean, I really do think it's a big factor on why everything's just kind of trending slightly downward or just kind of sideways. I think we're at a point, because that's become such a big topic, that I don't think we're going to have any major moves upwards until that gets resolved, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I have to agree with that, I think. Sorry, I'm having cat issues here.
Yep. Eric Trump says Bitcoin will reach 1 million. If you follow my channel, you know that I'm on top of that. I've been saying that for a while now.
Yeah, I agree. I think everybody's still in just a holding pattern, cruise control right now until we get some proper regulation. Nobody wants to commit to anything and then have to backtrack after the fact. So I think everybody's kind of keeping their cards close to their chest. There's some mild market movement, but certainly I think a lot of people are waiting for that. I agree. All right, who got in the chat? Bullrun Roxy, how you doing? Mustafa, what's up?
Mustafa,
and we got Base Cat hanging out in the gym, of course.
Yep, not seen any huge news. Let's see. Sailor's BTC average falls to 76,000 after the 168.4 million buy. So I think he's up to comfortably past the 700,000 mark. So yeah, if his average is at 76, he is slightly down. Right? Well, I say slightly. When you have that much, he's majorly down. But it will go up just as quick. And I'm telling you, this is gonna be the richest company in the world in 5 years. It is. I have no doubt. They will be. They're gonna be holding over 1 million Bitcoin. It's gonna be. I have no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, dude is certainly stocking up big time. What up, Josh, in the chat as well? Made it. Welcome, brother. Bullrun Roxy says, I saw something about a big base protocol moving to Solana.
I haven't seen that. Do you know what protocol it is?
Yeah. You got any more information on that, Roxy? Let us know. Be interesting.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, a lot of people have moved over to Solana. Base had its little run, and I'm sure it still does have transactions, but yeah, it's definitely people. I don't see Base talked about much.
Not anymore. No.
It definitely had a trend. I was doing token review after token review after token review on Base meme tokens there for a while. A lot of Base meme token reviews, and that's since kind of. Oh, here we go. YouTube is experiencing a global outage. That's exactly what I saw.
Yeah.
Yep. I was on it, and all of a sudden, I'm not just on YouTube. I'm in my dashboard for my YouTube account, and so I wasn't just scrolling Twitter, and all of a sudden I see that. I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I make a living with my YouTube channel, so something going wrong with it.
It's
definitely not something I wanted. Yeah. I wouldn't say I panicked, but I was definitely what the hell?
YouTube's gone forever. What'll everybody do?
I know what everyone do.
You know what? World will keep on turning, and everybody'd figure it out. Off over to Rumble.
There you go. I already have my accounts and everything set up on Rumble, so hey, let's just move it over. But yeah, not seeing any other major news. Why don't we, Mr. P? Why don't you go ahead, take it over, and let's get our fellow Pump Fund Hackathon contestants up and hear what they're doing.
All right. Let me see. First up, I think we're going to have Meta, from DCA, I believe. So let me just pull him up. I want to make sure I got the right details for him here. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's do this. Meta, how are you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great, man. We're doing great. Whereabouts in the world are you today?
I'm on the West Coast, man. Up here in cloudy parts, certainly in the Pacific Northwest style. There's not a sun ray in sight in February. That's fine.
Right. Yeah, I'm in North Cali at the moment, and we've had nothing but snow for the last 24 hours. So I'm just glad my power has stayed on and my internet hasn't cut out in the middle of these interviews so far. We're really glad to have you here, brother. Appreciate it. You've entered the Pump Fun Hackathon as well. What I'll do is I'll pull up on screen what you are working on, and you can give us a full rundown in as simplistic terms as you can, so everybody can kind of clearly understand. Yeah, take it away. Let us know what you got going on.
Yeah. So happy to talk about the project, and I'll give you a quick, some quick context, and then I actually want to go back to some of the market news you guys were talking about. We've got a tool on here that's like very fitting on, hey, where's Bitcoin? But in a nutshell, we've got this thing called DCA Markets. It's the best place in Solana to do a DCA. That's dollar cost average. For anybody here that uses Jupiter or Coinbase, typically there's a function that says recurring buy. That's just a dollar cost average, right? And it's worth understanding what that concept is. Really, this is the best investing method in history. Most of us do DCA every day, whether it's like into our 401k or mortgage, or for those that are accumulating Bitcoin, they're just spending a certain amount over a regular amount of time, and they just buy more and more Bitcoin. What we did is we created a platform that's very much community first. So we've got a fee model that I can explain if you guys want to, but it ends up really supporting the underlying asset of what people are buying. We also have better minimums. Some of these platforms are extremely extractive, no judgment. I get it, the world's business, but high percentage service fees are crazy. That's taking money out of our pockets, and also high minimums. So if you go to, let's say, Jupiter, costs like $50 to do a DCA per DCA. That's the minimum. Our platform's $1. And then the last thing is that we created this thing called the Smart DCA, which allows you to not just buy on regular amounts, but when there's dips, this thing automatically buys more of it. And this is just a Solana program with a graphics interface. So you're always in control. You are the custodian. It's a Web3 product. So right now you have to have Phantom to use this thing. And that's really the overview. I actually wanted to show you guys something. We've got a back testing calculator where you can compare normal DCAs to smart DCAs. So yeah, you can buy here, but you can also do some research. And you guys were just talking about Bitcoin. So you want to do some market comparisons to see what would have happened between a standard DCA and our new smart DCA tech?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
So let's say since 2020, you guys started the show with Bitcoin believers. Let's say that you bought $100 every single day on a normal DCA. You'd be doing pretty well. You're up like 144% on your investment of $224,000 total. And you'd have about 8.2 Bitcoin that you would have accumulated. Not bad, right? And we're in a local low. So it's like, in a little bit, I think that the price of Bitcoin is going up and to the right, just like you guys. So what we did is we added this thing called Smart DCA, which the engine offers you a place to actually execute these buys. And I'll go over that in just a second. But here on our engine, you can actually look up what would have happened if you would have automatically bought more based on the price coming back to any of these moving averages. So a 20-day, a 50-day, a 100-day, or a 200-day, which for Bitcoin, this is the dream zone parameter, is if you can buy more Bitcoin when it hits the 200-day moving average, you can accumulate far more. So check it out. We can pump up the buy multiplier to 5 times so that let's say if you're putting $100 in, you can automatically buy 5x that amount whenever the price hits that moving average, and all this stuff is automated for you. And you would have accumulated about 10% more Bitcoin with this strategy, which equals about 60 grand today. So this is really just a way to win more. Yeah, that's the point of the tech.
Very nice. And tell me, I guess this is more of a tool, right? A protocol or a marketplace. How exactly would you kind of describe it? More of a
Yeah.
tool?
Yeah, I mean, there's two things here. This is the platform, right? So this is the place to actually set up your strategies. But this, like, the star of the show is this new protocol called Smart DCA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's just right here, right? Like this is a place where you can set up your recurring buys that automatically buys more during dips. And yeah, we can get into the nitty gritty on the fee structure if you want, but that's also set up to be very much supporting of the community as well.
Yeah, if you can give us a quick idea of the fee structure and how it ties into your own guys token and all that. That would be
Sure.
pretty, yeah.
Yeah. So the pricing structure is going to be found here at the bottom. Beta releases in the next few days, so everyone can see this. But what we've got is a 0.6% fee structure. Like I said, centralized exchanges are at 1%. And we structured this so that most of this ends up actually going to go back towards the underlying asset that the user's buying. And then we keep about 45%, and that goes towards our growth, our operations. We're adding more and more utility to the DCA token in here. There's going to be some features that are coming up that you're going to have to hold DCA to actually access. So that's how the coins utility ends up coming in here. But yeah, we've got a coin here. You can buy it. That's great. But really, this is great for everybody else. If you have the coin, you'll just basically get some extra utility.
Nice. Can we get some Mafia token up there on that little side? It'll look really good.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is all for launch partners, and to your point, I really like what you guys are doing. It's very much like in the same spirit of we're all really just here to help each other win.
Yes.
So I should talk to you guys about becoming a launch partner for sure.
That would be awesome. Yeah, let's talk about that after the fact for sure. That would be great. Tell me this, Meta, what inspired you to build this?
Yeah. So it's funny. This coin right here, DCA coin, we didn't make it. Somebody like stumbled into a situation last year where they made this token on Bonk, they abandoned it, and then a bunch of us just started really vibing with the idea of tokenized philosophy of DCA.
Mm-hmm.
The meme didn't really stick. Like, it makes sense. The space is full of traders. But it also has investors, like you guys started the show with Bitcoin. Like there's a lot of people here that really believe in this idea of financial sovereignty and financial freedom. We wanted to be at that intersection of dollar cost averaging and at the roads of crypto so that we can help more people DCA into crypto. I mean, very much personally, I just believe that this is going to go up to the right. The dollar is going to slowly get weaker. And I want, my friends as much as my neighbors to be in the on the better side of that world and just have more Bitcoin. So that was the initial inspiration.
Gotcha. Yeah, very, very nice. So it was a token that you guys picked up after the fact, and then that kind of inspired you to create this, and then now you've kind of attached the token to it.
Yeah. I mean, what we really didn't want to do is have a place where it's like all about us, right? I mean, this was the inspiration, and there's been a huge community that's come around the DCA token for sure. There's a podcast side of us and all that, but we just wanted the platform that we wanted regardless of the token, right? Like whether it's Bitcoin or any of these communities up here, mod, you name it. We just wanted to create better tools so that it's easier for us to normalize a DCA culture in any of these communities that are worth DCAing into. Yes. And that's not some like Pollyanna thing. Like the reality is this is kind of difficult to DCA anywhere without me paying cutting off part of my skin to pay for it. So we just wanted to make it easier to use, funner to use, and certainly far more affordable. And the nice thing about us is we've got a huge development background. So it's just me and a skeleton crew that are really like working long overtime right now to just get this out here for us.
Oh, I feel that. Yeah. And as we're talking, maybe we'll get back to that in a moment about the team and stuff. I'm going to ask you about that anyway. But if you want to maybe just walk everybody that's watching through, if I come to DCA Markets right now, like what do I do? Like I can't get my wallet. How do I set it up? Like what's the process?
Sure. So here's the, I'll try and keep this to a minute or two. You come in here, you have to have Phantom for now. We'll do more wallet integrations later, but you'd land here ideally because you want to DCA into something. You can also just do like a one-time buy. And at this point, the really only value proposition is that part of your buy of that free structure is going to go back to that underlying asset. You can set up a normal DCA. Again, same benefit here is going to be, okay, great. I would really only want to use this feature just because of the fee structure. Or you can use this, which again doesn't exist anywhere, and you say, okay, I really have some strong conviction, and let's say, let's pick on Giga. Giga's down right now, but that's a business that's going to go up into the right over time. At least I personally believe, not financial advice, all that. And so I want to set up a better DCA strategy for Giga than I can anywhere else. I don't want to buy blindly. I want to buy those big dips when they happen. So I'd come in here, I'd set up my wallet. I'd put, let's say, I don't know, $50 a day per day into Giga. And I want this to go on for like 600 days. Now, I don't have 30 grand in my wallet, so it's about to give me some error messages.
Yes.
But down here, if I wanted to like really fine tune some of these parameters, I could open up this advanced section. Everything that we're doing right now, dips are defined by moving averages. And so we've got a part on the site that describes what this is down here in DCA Basics if you want to learn. But we chose a financial standard. For most analysts and trading firms, they're using these exact metrics to do exactly what I'm doing. We just productized it. And because I really believe in Giga, I want to buy as much as the engine will allow me to, based on maybe not a 200-day moving average, but a 100-day moving average. And what this means is that when the price gets to be minus 10% of the price, the 100-day moving average, my buy is going to go up by 2.5x. And I'm the custodian, meaning the user. So everything is up to me. I'm setting my own stuff. This platform does not hold my funds for me. They're always safe in my Phantom wallet. And then I just set it up. So I'd hit a preview. It's going to say, hey, you're too poor for this strategy. You need to put in more money. I don't have 30 grand in my wallet right now. I've got $7. But yeah, if I did, I could just basically
humble beginnings.
Yeah, exactly. I could confirm, and then it would put me off into my portfolio up here where I can also just manage my strategy, spot buy more of it, or deposit more funds.
Gotcha. And with this setup, is there a way, like, can you, let's say, create a strategy on something and like save it, and then like, oh, I want to actually bring this strategy over to, you know, Y2K or whatever it is. Like, is there a way you can do that on there too, like create your own plan, or is there a way that you can see what other people's strategies are and like copy those? Is any of that kind of in here, or is it something you're looking at potentially doing down the line, or?
Oh man, it's like you're looking at our roadmap right now. Yeah. So there's like 3 parts of that question. Manage my time, by the way. Do I have like?
Oh, you got time. We're totally free. Don't worry about it. We'll go as long as we need to here. We always want to make sure that everybody that we're broadcasting this to has a fully good understanding of it. So don't worry about the time. We'll free flow it.
So there's a few questions there. One is like, can I set up and save a strategy? Not yet. That's a great idea, and one that we actually haven't heard a ton of demand for that feature yet. We've just been doing private beta testing. That one hasn't come up yet, but I'm sure that that's going to. So I'm going to add that to the roadmap. But the other things he talked about are coming very soon. So let's go to one of them, which is, can I share my strategy? Yes. Very soon in our portfolio, you're going to be able to share out a specific strategy on X. And again, just to call this out, some of your portfolio is going to be down. That's okay. The point of a bear market is that you're going to have big opportunities to buy, and you're probably going to be relatively down. It's kind of like the point of a DCA is to remove the emotion. So, come to this page with caution, because it's a bear market. Your buys might be down. But the point is that over time, it's probably going to go up to the right. Back to your question, though, there's going to be a share feature. And then the other part of your question that I'm not sure if you were asking directly about, kind of like let's see, you said, can I save a strategy and can I share it?
So like, let's say if you had, for example, just to extrapolate on it, like if you had a leaderboard of the best strategies at this moment, and I go and say, oh, watch, this strategy is doing really well right now, I'm going to go over and just copy this and like run this strategy myself. Yeah,
there's a leaderboard. So there's a few different leaderboards that are coming. Each of these project pages that you're seeing here are actually going to be able to have, there's going to be a search bar that's coming soon. And you're going to be able to search one of these projects, click it, and you'll see a project board that has a local leaderboard. So we want to really incentivize DCAing broadly. You know, our coin, SPX, Bitcoin, whatever. Like, we want to normalize DCA behavior. So each of these projects are going to have some gamification and local leaderboards that'll happen. We know that this is technically, like, there's already product market fit for this, because some of these communities have actually built these themselves already. So that'll be out there, and then people can share, a little bit more of that on the timeline. But the other question that you asked is a global leaderboard, which is also coming. So what we're seeing long-term is that once this thing really starts to get traction, there's going to be a global leaderboard of projects, like which of these things have the highest conviction metrics. Like we hear big talk on X about all of these projects, or we look on holder scan and we see who's holding these assets for the longest. But a whole different way of looking at this is which projects have the healthiest DCA culture, because that tells you something in a way that nothing else does. The other part of your question, which is fascinating, is, hey, what about you as an individual? What about sharing your particular portfolio so that then people could essentially also join you on that journey? That's coming soon. We have, I don't want to talk about it too much, but there's an affiliate program that's coming as well, so that people with large networks who, let's say, aren't huge traders, but they're just investing via DCAs, we want to give them the same types of tools that a lot of trader platforms have out there, like share cards, affiliate links, and stuff like that. So yes.
Awesome. Well, that sounds awesome. I have to say, I really like this. I usually don't, trying to get the time. I think one of the biggest things in the space is the time. All right. People value time over money a lot of the time. I certainly do. I mean, of course, money's great, but it's having the time on the daily when you're cranking it out. You know about it as well. So I think this comes across as a huge time saver. You don't have to. You can kind of set your strategy, lock it in, and come in and check up from time to time. Besides trying to continuously monitor a specific asset and then try to get your DCA working correctly. So I think it's really good. I think anything that saves time in this space. And I think all the features that you just talked about that we mentioned coming out very soon are awesome. I really like this platform, I have to say. Definitely something I'm going to look into myself. Awesome. As far as when you're executing transactions on the via, let's say, a smart DCA or whatever, how often, if it's buying for you, like what's the signing process, when it executes a transaction? It's all built in and it just kind of automatically does it. And when you pick back up, how does that work?
It's a great question. So a couple things there. One, thank you. Obviously, I want to use this thing. It's really cool to hear other people that vibe with it. Again, no judgment against traders, but I'm just not that successful of a trader, to be real. I'm a pretty decent investor. Most of it has to do with just like setting up a thesis and letting time do its thing, right? So yeah, time and market, obviously big believer in it. This is really just time and market meets timing the market into a single strategy. And that's the whole idea. You asked a great question though, around like, what's the engine doing? Everything is set up by the user. I can't underline this enough. So it's really up to the user to set this up themselves and be very, I would like exercise extreme caution. You can lose money DCAing into a losing asset. And if you decide to do a smart DCA on that losing asset, you'll lose money potentially faster, right? So this is just more of the thing. So tread with caution, because the asset has to go up into the right over time. Bitcoin is the best example here, where I think everybody, if you're here in crypto, you just, this is the king or queen, depending on how you want to look at it. But everything follows Bitcoin. This is the one asset that I could say confidently, like these DCA strategies broadly are going to be very good for Bitcoin. Everything else, it's more volatile. So you'll get more buying opportunities, but ultimately you are in control with these parameters. There's talk of us potentially coming up with some different parameters in the future, because moving averages are, let's say, not great for newer coins on pump, which their team told us that they're very interested in us helping pre-graduated coins. Moving averages are not the best example for that, right? Because you need context for this thing to work. You need time. But with that, I just wanted to reinforce that we tried to build tools that aren't just going to be setting up these new strategies as much as researching the past. So the terminal, think about this as the windshield. This is the world ahead of you. You're setting up something for the future. The calculator looks at the past. And so, I would just heed caution to everyone that if you're going into the world of smart DCA, that do your research. And we hopefully are giving you the tools to make that very, very easy.
Gotcha. And just to touch on it again, like let's say, as far as the signing transactions, this and that, how does that happen?
Yeah. So it's all right here. So once sorry, I didn't answer that directly. Let me go ahead and try this again. So let me do something that I do have money for. Let's say I want to put $1 into Solana I only had $7. Let's say 5 days. And I go in here. I'm just going to choose one of these balanced presets. I can preview the order here. It's going to tell me how much time that I have to be able to fund this thing. And then I also need to have Solana, because just like any other DeFi protocol out there, you need to be able to use the Solana network. And everything is right here. So assuming that I had some Sol in here, I would hit confirm. It's all right here for me. And then once I'm in my portfolio, I can actually go through and manage it. So you're signing the contract that then is talking to Phantom right here. And yeah, you're your own custodian. So you're always in control. And you can also end your strategies at any point too, which is important to say. If I didn't want to do this anymore, I just hit end strategy and I withdraw my money right then and there.
So I guess just to maybe clarify the point that I'm making is, let's say I have the DCA set up and then there's an opportunity for it to buy. How does it do that signing process if I'm not like online doing it? And
then I'm sorry.
Pops up. Yeah, that's kind of what I was just curious about, without me having to come in and manually sign it every time there's a DCA opportunity. How does that?
Yes. Yeah. Great question. So what's happening is, if you look back at these buying opportunities, what's going on is during normal DCA, it's just buying the same amount blindly every single time. We're essentially giving that strategy eyes. So the eyes are the SMAs and the EMAs, the moving averages. When the price gets within with whatever this boundary condition is, you're telling it that you want to buy more. So let's say I'm on Bitcoin every week, and let's say I'm going to set like a 20-day moving average. What this is saying is that if the price is at minus 6% of the 20-day moving average or less, it's going to buy whatever the multiplier is that I set up here, whether it's 2.5 or 3.8. So we've got a crank service that's automatically connected into live market prices. And so your program, you're just setting it up to say, I want to buy X amount every week of this asset.
Right. But like, I don't have to come in and sign every time it wants to do that buy. It'll just automatically do it for me with my wallet connected, or does it have it pooled somewhere on your servers where then it'll do the buy?
No. So there's two parts to that question. This is when you set up your protocol, you're telling it how much of the asset that you want to buy every amount of time and for how long. So you're actually depositing a wallet into your own Phantom wallet here. This is just an interface that allows you to set that up on the back end.
Gotcha.
And so there's no money that's being held on our platform whatsoever. And that's what non-custodial means. It's all being held in your Phantom wallet, but you have to fund that yourself. So you're your own bank. If you had, let's say, $1,000 that you wanted to put towards a strategy, you're investing into yourself from the very beginning. And then you've just set up basically like these eyes, so that as the price moves around, if it hits the conditions of your setup, then you're allowing the engine to buy more. But every single time that happens, it's all automatic based on your first setup. You don't have to come in over and over again.
Right. Yeah. I was just curious how that kind of process works. So tell me about, let's say, your competition and how you plan on getting this out to the markets. Have you got a big user base right now? How's that all that look for you at the moment?
Yeah. So we've got a kind of a crazy, I mean, in the best way. Like, I don't mean this like they're unstable people, but there's been a lot of people that as the idea,
maybe.
No, man, I mean, we're all a little crazy, right?
Yeah.
So what's going on is we've got a pretty big community that first vibed around the idea of dollar cost averaging. They've been with us ever since, I joined the project last year. And then more recently, since we got into the hackathon and we set this thing up, this idea is starting to attract a lot of people, regardless of if they care about DCA. So the community itself is, I think there's like a little under 200 people here that are in the community or on our wait list.
Awesome.
But also a lot of these members that are the leads of some of our launch partners, they're very excited about this idea. They're going to be getting their own project pages. And so what I imagine is going to happen is we'll put beta out there, and these founding partners, they're going to essentially like give us the badge of approval. And we should be seeing a lot more communities that say, hey, I don't want to give Coinbase $1 for every $100 that I pay. I'd rather actually do my DCAs here that have better rates, or straight up just to use this function that doesn't exist anywhere else.
Gotcha. And when so it's not live currently. It's going to be going live soon. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. So it's all private beta right now. We're going into public beta here in the next couple of days, but we're going to be doing a very gated strategy, letting our waitlist on first, our core community members on first, since they've been candidly like really helping us build this product. We've been doing a lot of kind of building out in the open, and these groups have joined us, and it should be in their hands first.
Awesome.
And then these launch partners are going to be getting it. And at some point, in the next few weeks, we're going to be allowing kind of the masses to come in.
Awesome. That must be very exciting. So you've shout out as well, of course, to the DCA community. Obviously, community is so important. I'm sure it's very important to you as well, especially when it comes to feedback and features and all of that. So shout out to everybody. I'm sure we got some of them in the chat here. Our chat's lighting up, and you're getting a lot of positive responses as well in there. So that is awesome to see. How long have you been building this?
Yeah, I mean, props to everybody who got started like months ago and all that, and a hackathon comes up, and it's like, holy cow, what a great opportunity. We started this at the start of the hackathon, so this is like maybe a week before we were starting to like really kind of get into this idea of what if there was a smart DCA protocol. But 6-7 weeks ago is really when we started putting the gas on and saying, okay, we have concept validation from our community. At that point, we had already said, what if we had a platform? But without the context of the hackathon, man, like we just wouldn't have gone nearly as fast.
Yes.
So here we are.
Yeah, hey, we're on a very similar train as well. Like we were building all the stuff we were doing anyway, but then the hackathon popped up and we said, hey, let's just go. We'll build another game show. We already built one, about 26 episodes in. So we said we'll build another one. We'll get into the hackathon, and obviously all these other shows that we do are all part of the ecosystem we're building.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. A community is so important. Tell me this about, are you live streaming on Pump Fun as well? Your build? Are you building in public?
Yeah, so what we've been doing is we've been doing the streams, and then we kind of hide the streams. Like it's a scary part, right? To be like, hey, this idea doesn't exist, and I hope that nobody does it before. Yeah. So we've been doing the streams and then like kind of hiding them. But yeah, we're going to be probably unhiding everything, or not, I shouldn't say unhiding. We're going to be doing some launch partner streams next week with some of the communities that you're seeing here. And we'll leave those ones up now that this thing's like out there, ready to go. We'll be leaving that stuff up. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Cool. I can't wait to check it out as well. Of course, you're so busy all the time. It's hard to even get out of your own bubble sometimes, but that's what the life is like. Tell me about your own team.
Sure.
What kind of skills have you guys got? How many of you guys are on it?
Yeah. So there's two answers to that question. There's kind of so think of DCA as this big movement, like this horizontal movement. There's other teams that have popped up within the community. So we've got like a podcast team that is a sister team, but there's some phenomenal homies over there that now have a YouTube channel, and they're evangelizing DCA. They're interviewing personalities all over the space, and that's growing. But that's a sister team.
Right. And then, tell them lock us in for a spot. We'll come on someday and we'll have a chat with them.
Honestly, they'd love that. Like, you guys are great, and clearly know what you're doing up here. So that'd be phenomenal. I'll make sure to make that connection.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we've got like a large community base as well, which I consider like lowercase t team. Like we're all on the same team. But for the product that you're looking at right now, we've got David Webb, who's the engineer. I should have had him up here. Just
shout out David.
Yeah, David's great. I mean, this guy's been nuts. I'm on the product and on the design side, but David's like really the guy, and he's our DeFi domain expert. So I'm sure getting to answer some of those specifics around like, what is this? And technically this is a vault that you're funding, and you yourself are funding money into the vault. David comes from the world of DeFi, and if you guys ever wanted to do a part 2, should have him up. And it's fascinating how he's kind of brought that world in to make it as accessible as possible. And we also have a few other folks. something that has kind of surprised me, y'all, is like there's been a lot of people that have doxed their identities for this cause. So shout out Jimmy, Jason, Everett, Crypto Crusader, Edries, like all these guys have put their face out on the timeline because they just believe in this so much.
Great.
And
Love to see it.
I just feel like a tremendous responsibility to say like, okay, great. We have to build the best product because there's so many people.
Everybody's getting
that
behind
want
it. Yeah, that's great. And I think that's the way this space needs to go in order for us to achieve mass adoption. If everybody's, not docs and this and that, it's very hard for people to put trust in it. You know what I mean? When you don't see a team or it's all just whatever, PFPs or this or that, it can be difficult and people can get a little allergic to that, especially, in Pump Fun when people are getting wrecked left, right, and center, the odd win here and there. But, it really does lend to the credibility of any project, in my opinion. So I think it's very important. I agree. And shout out to all those guys on the team working hard. Great product.
There's one guy too that I really wanted to bring some attention to. His name's Jimmy Hollis, and this guy has in particular like kind of become like the community lead. And the community's gotten a lot bigger and a lot more loud. So just a huge shout out to Jimmy. He's probably working as hard as we are. And I don't know, like I think you guys probably get this, like when you're surrounded by the energy of people that really believe in the cause, it is itself a source of energy.
Yes.
And I just don't think that we would be here without so many firm believers and great partners. So
I totally agree with that because, when you're on the daily grind and you're just getting up and it's repetition, you need that moral support from the community because, that's what inspires you to keep going. Having that backing from the community that they believe in what you're doing too, it makes you want to get up in the morning, what makes you want to work harder. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important in my opinion. But shout out to you, Jimmy, crushing it, keep crushing it, and everybody else too. Tell me this about the competition itself.
Sure.
If you win or if you lose, what is the plan here? Let's say you win 250K locked in with Pump Fun. What happens next day?
Yeah, I mean, so we've got development costs, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever built one of these Web3 products, but audits are crazy expensive, and so is cross-chain compatibility. So like, there's real dev costs that there's either a fast road or a slow road. The fast road is we win the hackathon and we're able to like really just put a time machine on this thing and build the thing that everybody is telling us that they want. I have not yet had a conversation with somebody where they say, this sucks. Like the ideas are great. They just want more of the things that we can't build fast enough. The other thing is trust, right? So those audits are really important. And if you want a good big shop to join you, I mean, the price tags are all over the place. I've gotten anything from a quote of 50 grand to $165,000 by these gigantic shops. So that itself is huge. And then the audits will also follow once we go to Ethereum. And so there's that. The other part is like, we want some help with like somebody that really knows marketing. And I don't just mean like making some video reels. I can do that. The best definition of marketing I've ever heard is creating a demand in markets. This is a familiar idea of DCA, but this is a brand new modernized version of it. And we could really use some partnership by some people that know how to not just like drown, Twitter and saying smart DCA over and over again, but to really help match this to customer problems and to tell that story in a super emotional way so that people start to fall in love with this concept. So I would love to put some money towards marketing broadly. I don't even want to say that I have great ideas there. I probably almost have like bad ideas, but somebody that really knows how to move markets, I would love to talk to them and we would put some of that money there.
Well,
too.
Definitely talk to our boy DeFi Sean up there as well. He's got connections he's been doing this for years and years. He's got tons of connections in the space. And of course, what we offer here is totally free marketing. Do you guys have a Telegram channel or you got a big community over there?
Yeah, and also shout out DeFi Sean too. It's funny. I've seen your guys' thumbnails around, but there was no relationship until we had an excuse to make one. So I'm very honored and grateful for the approach that you guys have made here until
and get with me now. I specialize in YouTube and all that stuff, which is not necessarily what you guys are looking at, but I have relationships with a lot of big companies that I think probably could help you with what you're looking for. Like I said, we're talking DMs. So there's a couple. So I've used over the course of the past 4 years, I've helped everything from meme tokens to multi-million-dollar tokens launching. So I have a really good, I guess you can say, knowledge base of who provides good support, where, if they're actually worth it, what they bring, what they don't bring, are they all fluff, are they real? So I would have to know more about what you're looking for to be able to actually maybe put you in touch with the right place for you guys to go on over. But yeah, we'll talk in DMs and I'll get those details. And yeah, we can kind of take it from there and see if we can find a match for you guys with, like you said, someone that can really move markets. I already have one particular place in mind that I've worked with on multiple different levels a lot, and they are a really good company that that really have the best interest for their clients out there. So yeah, we'll get together in DMs and I'll see if I can make a connection for you.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, and you know, if we win the competition, we'll have some budget. Otherwise, we'll have to wait for.
I hear you on that one.
Yeah, organic usage will also give us a budget over time.
Well, like I said, you know, that's the beauty of what we're building here as well. If you have a Telegram channel, go and install our bot. It's not spammy at all. It auto deletes votes. We're very cognizant that it doesn't clog up people's telegrams. But if you're voting, we go live 5 days a week. We'll be highlighting your project once you're in that top 5. And there is even paid options in there if you want, but it's 100% free. All your community got to do is just vote organically. And, you know, we'll be highlighting the project, always an open invitation for you. And you mentioned some other team members there could come on the show whenever works and give us updates, tell us more about the project as well. So it's totally free to install. So I would advise and appreciate if you guys got the bot in there. That would be awesome. And get your voting, and we can continue to highlight you every day as long as you're in there. So that would be really cool if you'd be open to it.
Yeah, man, I already took notes.
That free exposure. What's that?
At the beginning of this whole thing, when I was like writing down notes frantically and trying to figure out how to pull it in, we've got 3 Telegram channels. So like one of them is just for, you know, the core team that I mentioned. The content guys are in there. Our community leads are in there. Product teams in there. But we also have a larger Telegram, which we kind of use a little odd. It's not just like it's really just a place for content creation. So I'm wondering if that's the place. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys afterwards. I actually have some questions here.
No worries. Just before we finally close out, do you feel like we've uncovered every stone here? Is there anything else maybe that you think we might have missed that our audience might want to know about what you guys are building?
No, I think like well, would be a good question is, who is your audience? Who am I talking to? Who's typically like the profile or like top profile or secondary?
I mean, mostly a lot of traders, I would say, for the most part. So I think a lot of people that watch our show are into, like, we bring up these projects. We do as much research on them as we can live, show people what it is. Of course, always do your own research. And that's, I think a lot of people come and watch our content to see if they can find, you know, the next gem or the next whatever. So yeah, I think you're talking a lot to traders and definitely some developers out there too.
Sick. Okay. So for traders, you know, I unfortunately don't have a ton of value to offer because this is like, this is different, right? It's not a quick in and out. This is something that's more of like for the things that you have high conviction on. I hope that you'll check out this platform. I myself have trading activity, but for my investing activity, it's typically just like buying and holding until, you know, Bitcoin starts ripping again. And then waiting for the next bear cycle to basically do the exact same thing. So for the investing activities that you're doing, check us out. And if you have any questions, we are very much an open book. If I even spark some ideas that maybe you thought, there could be some feature ideas there, a core tenet of how we build is exceptionally user-centered. We want to make something that's highly valuable. So if there's aspects of what that I offered today that like don't quite fully hit home, please reach out on X. I'm at Mr. Metaverse. Very responsive there. Just tag me in any post. And for the investing stuff that you're doing, you know, just be sure to check us out. On the other side, I would also just say, kind of in the same spirit, is let us know if there's anything here that like isn't helpful, not just more of what you want. There's been some feedback that we got of previous assumptions that we were making of things that we think would help people with their DCAs that turned out to be wrong. So I would say just like bring the feedback, tell us how to make this the absolute best platform to do DCAs in crypto, full stop. We're only starting on Solana, but that's not where we're ending.
Gotcha. Right. All feedback is very much welcome. Right. We're going to do a quick rapid fire here.
Yeah.
One word to describe DCA Markets.
Smarter.
Discipline or speed?
Discipline.
Automation or manual control?
Automation.
And finally, moon or dust?
Moon, baby.
Oh, awesome, brother. Thank you so much for coming on with us today, Meta. Everybody, you can go and check him out. Obviously, they're in the Pump Fun Hackathon. The website is dcamarkets.com, and you can check out the X as well. It is at DCA to DCA. Meta, you've been a great guest. I wish you all the best in the Pump Fun Hackathon. I hope you get. I think this is a great product. I think a lot of people will definitely enjoy this. It's great that you're still building it. It's going to be dropping soon, which is also awesome. Gives everybody a chance to get in there early now, right? It's obviously still very early. Do you have anything you want to say to Elon before we sign off?
No, man. I mean, just okay. Give you 30 seconds here. To anybody from Pump Fun who's watching, Pump is a great place for trading, and you obviously have a roadmap to make that even better. You have a tremendous amount of responsibility to also make the space a better version of itself, and we should be considering how to do that. And we are basically a direct on-ramp to make that happen here. There's trading and there's investing. Let's go ahead and put this in the camp of investing as an easy win for them. Beautiful.
Thank you so much, Meta, and best of luck with it. And let's stay in touch, definitely, and hook up after the fact and see what kind of partnerships we can strike up. We're excited to do it. But great product. Shout out to you, your team, all the community. Great work, everybody, and best of luck in the hackathon.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. You guys rule.
Awesome. See ya. Thank you.
Take
care.
All right.
There we are. There is our guy. Meta, I know that one went on a little bit, but I always want to make sure. I don't mind hanging around and making sure that we get the best out of it, and we totally understand everything. I want to, because what we're trying to do here is create that resource for people to be able to tap into and say, I want to see what the competition is like on Pump Fun. I want to find a nice gem. So yeah, that's exactly what we want to do here. And I do apologize, Alec. I know we're holding you up in the background, but it's going to be the same thing, brother. We want to make sure that you get exactly every point across, and you feel like you've given the audience enough to chew on. So that's always what we want to do, no matter what the kind of time frame is. But yeah, I guess we will jump into our next one here, Sean.
Let's do
really
it.
quickly. Alec, I hope he didn't fall asleep back there. I hope he's still alive. I know he's on the other side of the world at the moment, so it's kind of getting a little late. But next up, we are going to have top one.
Guys, looks like everything went down. Hey, Alex, can you hear me? Huh. Oh, there we go.
Alrighty.
Hey, Mr. P, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, there we go. I didn't know if everything went down or if it was just you.
Yeah,
that was very strange. Was that you or was that StreamYard?
I think it was StreamYard. I'm having it here as well.
Okay.
Just cut off all my sound. Are we able to hear Alec?
Hey, are we still live, guys, in the chat?
Yeah, we are. I think we're looking.
We are?
We're looking
Okay.
live there. Sorry, guys, a little technical issues here. Just give me one moment, and I'll pull you up, Alec. As you can see, my green screen has totally taken a meltdown. Let me just check this here. I have a green screen. I'm gonna have to do a quick reset here, Sean. Just give me one moment, okay? Apologies, Alec. We'll be right back.
Okay, good. Everyone in the chat, we're still live. Taz, what's going on? Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, that was very strange. Yeah, we'll be back, guys, in 1 second. Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed DCA. For people that are or was with DCA, hopefully you stick around and watch some more. It's a good one. I actually spent quite a little bit of time whenever they sent it over to me checking it out. But yeah, Mr. P, whenever you're ready.
All right, I think I am back here. Can we hear Alec?
Alec, I couldn't hear either. That's why I thought everything went down.
Yeah, we definitely had some
Alec.
issues there with StreamYard. He is on stage.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
All
okay.
right, beautiful. All right, hold on one second, Alec. I'm gonna run that intro here again before we do it, so I can
take your time.
I can have my clips all lined up. All right, let's take it from the top one. All right, here is our guy Alec coming all the way from Germany. How are you doing over there, brother?
Thank you so much. Well, it's windy and cold, like it usually is in Germany. So, oh, really?
Yeah, we got snow the last 24 hours. So it's pretty chilly up here where I'm at right now, but we're surviving. Do you get much snow down where you're at?
Yes, actually. I'm living in the southern parts of Germany, and fortunately, we do have snow. I had a snowy Christmas. Can you believe it? We haven't had that in like 5 years.
It took us 2 months after Christmas to get the snowy Christmas, but I guess it's here now.
Oh, but you did get it.
We got it eventually.
A belated one.
Yeah. I just want to say thanks so much for coming on. Sorry for keeping you, but again, you know, we extend however much time the project needs or wants to be able to get what they're building across and make sure the audience 100% understands exactly what it is and you're happy with what you've delivered to everybody. So that's what we want to do here with yourself as well. So if you want to let everybody know exactly all about Top One and what you guys are building over there.
Absolutely. No worries, by the way. I think DCA is a great project. So I'm able to come next to them. And thank you so much for doing this as well. I think it's important to have kind of a platform like this to showcase and get up to speed on the news. So thanks so much for having us.
Of course. More than welcome.
All right. What is Top One? Top One, to start things off, we haven't even launched this yet. So this is kind of the first view that everyone gets. We have not had a single post on social media. Very few people know about this. There's been some people that found their way to us, but I can quickly explain on why that is. So we got to trace things all the way back. This started way before the hackathon. Though this just by chance now launches now with the hackathon, but wasn't actually meant to be this way. Top One is meant to be this one single source of truth, this one trading companion and wallet management system. This started all the way back when I was trading the Trump meme coin when it originally came out, and realized that most of the time the Bitcoins that we wanted to trade, most of the community-driven coins, which are the meta right now as well, weren't found on the terminals itself, right? But often discovery happened through Twitter, through Telegram, to Discord first, and immediate execution right then and there would be incredible, but also make discovery a lot easier. So this kind of was this two-way street of performance and convenience that we kind of saw there. That was needed to be addressed. And we thought, why isn't there a tool that not only gives me information where I need it, so in my socials, in my trading terminals, across trading terminals, and lets me execute there as well in the fastest way possible. And we kind of looked at this from a more scientific point of view originally, and I actually wrote a thesis about this as well, about not only the meme coin market specifically, but about crypto trading. What are the biggest factors in why crypto traders do have problems or don't? And one big thing was this thing called information fragmentation, meaning that you have so many different sources and you have such a high frequency in crypto trading, especially in meme coins, where, you know, a coin can live up to an hour and then it's dead, and you have to find the right entry and you have to find it right away. Otherwise, you know, an entry might not even be worth it anymore. And we realized that all these different sources come together and it creates this huge cognitive load and all this information fragmentation. We thought, isn't there a way to use software to our advantage to kind of fix that? And this is where we had this idea of Top One. So we used this for the last year already, closed down, non-public as crypto traders ourselves. And we thought, why not make this public? We do believe it's a great thing. And this is where we ultimately are. So welcome to Top One. I want to quickly show you guys what this actually means. So at its core, it is the first AI-powered Solana wallet for crypto and coin traders. I'm going to show you guys and walk you guys through what this actually means in practice, and I can show you guys a live demo as well. We have actually published the first version already on the Chrome Web Store. Some time back, we got published, but once again, we haven't publicly stated this anywhere. All right, you can check all this out, by the way, yourself on top1.trade. And what this actually is, I might just want to click on the video and we might want to watch this. So I talked about, right, it's important to kind of address this information fragmentation. And there's some tools out there, I'm not going to lie, that do address this to some degree. There's extensions that, for example, give you this preview on X.com or on Telegram or on Discord, like Bloom, for example, did. That was kind of their takeaway when they originally launched. But they don't go really in-depth as much as we wanted it to. They didn't really give you all the detailed information that we need to. They didn't give you the fastest transaction. The Telegram setup was super inconvenient. There wasn't this wallet management system attached to it. And that was part of the reason why we built Top One as well, to kind of get it into the social media sphere and kind of be able to try it right then and there. So we saw some of this stuff right there in the video. But I think the more important thing is to actually show and how this works and why it's called AI powered and what this actually means.
Okay.
So if you don't have the extension, first of all, this works as a normal wallet extension as well. You can create a wallet. I can kind of walk you through the process as well. Everyone knows this, right? You can download your seed phrase. You can type in a username that's likely used for discovery.
It's something everybody's pretty familiar with, right?
I think so. I like to think so, hopefully.
I would hope
Get
so.
redirected to the...
We're watching this show.
Oh, yes. Get redirected to the docs. But you also have your wallet up here. So if you log in, you can see it's just a typical wallet that you usually are familiar with. You can get your trades. You can see your amounts. You can all that stuff. Looks pretty fancy, but that's ultimately not the core of it. What the core of it is, if you now
can you bring a pre-existing wallet over as well, or no?
Absolutely, yeah. You can use any wallet you want, any Solana wallet, obviously. So this is not cross-chain, obviously. So that's not the main setting point. That's what Axiom originally wanted to, what they didn't, but what they pitched to YC with. But no, this is just standard Solana wallet stuff.
Gotcha.
So what actually happens now if you open up any website that's partnered with us, for example, X.com or Terminal or Padre, you will get this little overlay. And this overlay is essentially the manifestation of what we really wanted to do and how we wanted to address cognitive load and reducing cognitive load while trading and this information fragmentation. So what actually happens now, not only do you have instant access to Jupiter and Pump.fun live on chain, so any coin that launches right now, you can immediately find through the search bar and you can look up and get information right there on it. But you also have like an overview and really detailed information. You can see net volume. You can see how the holders percentage have actually changed, how liquidity has changed. All these indicators that usually aren't necessarily there on the traditional sites like Axiom, even to some degree. They've had some of them for some part, but have reduced it down yet again. So this is mostly just information stuff. I know most of that stuff you can get yourself, but it's right then and there where you need it. But the first big part that comes in and why this reduces cognitive load of information fragmentation, that the wallet and this overlay reacts to your environment. So whatever is in your viewpoint, and what I'm looking at right now, it will connect automatically. You can see Pump.fun ecosystem tweets about meow. It connects to that tweet, to that DOM, injects not only a preview, but also shows it up on the overlay. If I scroll down into the next token,
very cool.
I'll immediately get the next preview up and have all the information already for me. So the way this works is we actually prefetch all the information that's given within a certain amount of tweets, and we'll prefetch them and lay it out for you. So there's no transition period. It's immediately up on your screen.
Very cool. So that's how the AI works. So it kind of basically scans your screen at that moment in time, and then it'll, based on this tweets or whatever, other environments even. Does it work outside of X, obviously, other things like that? Any other, or is it mainly
so this is integrated into Discord, Telegram, and X.com. But we also work on Terminal, Padre, and Axiom right now. So I'm going to show you this in a second as well. So this is kind of the first thing. This is more of a convenience thing. It doesn't really give you a trading advantage just yet. Obviously, it doesn't. It's more convenience. You ever find yourself scrolling to Twitter, you want to look up a coin, usually what you do is you open Dex Screener, right? You have to look it up manually. This is kind of the easiest way there forwards. Obviously, if you want to execute your trade, you immediately can here as well. So if I were to buy this one, this is powered by Jupiter. We're directly injected into Jupiter's V3. So there's minimal setup needed. It automatically calculates the slippage, do fees, shows you all sorts of trading indicators as well, like how the duration of the transaction was and stuff like that. So it's really easy for you to compare this and how fast it is, because we really do think we have an edge in like transaction speed as well, to the fact that we directly injected into Jupiter on the back end as well. So you can definitely, once again, directly compare it, try it out, transact one, compare it to Axiom transaction speed, and you'll find out that we're on the very fast end of things.
Very cool. And I have a question in the chat that said, so is it a wallet combined with a trading terminal, like a browser extension?
Absolutely. This is exactly what it is. So
Yes.
you can download this browser extension on the Chrome Web Store, already published. I'm not sure how 12 users have found their way through it, but apparently you have. I only really talked about this once in the chat, but you could in theory download it. This is not the newest version yet. A lot of the AI stuff that I'm going to get to in a minute as well is not in there yet. But yeah, that's what it is. You connect your wallet. You have this trading overlay. It works on all sorts of social media sites. It works on Padre, on Jupiter, on Pump Fun, so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
So same things happens on Pump Fun or Padre. So if I log into Padre right now, I'll see the overlay again. I can also close this down whenever I want to. I'll
Nice
go
hefty looking
to
token right there.
well, I can actually go back to it if you guys want me to.
Just kidding.
Not
sure what that was.
No, that one's a scam coin. That one is as well.
There it is.
Did I just open it? Well, you guys are Dollar Mafia, right?
We are Mafia. Yeah, you had us up there at the start, actually.
Oh no, and I closed it down again.
It's all good.
Let's make some. Yeah, let's take a look. Actually, I saw some interesting stuff earlier. So I opened this up, it immediately comes up on the overlay as well. Because I saw this one over here.
Beautiful.
Wait, give me a second. Put this to 24 hours. You guys have incredible net volume. That's very rare to see. So your net,
Thank you.
your net
You got a
volume
great community
is
out there.
positive throughout the last, essentially throughout the last 24 hours. So that's once again, that's very rare to see. Usually means the coin is very well traded, very well aligned.
Yeah, and we're totally organic with this. We don't ever use like volume bots, market makers, anything like that. Kind of because it's our hackathon coin. So we've been 100% organic, nothing extra, no bots, no nothing, just straight community drive.
Indicators speak for it. All your socials
Awesome.
are connected on this as well, by the way. So if you find any coin that might be interested, or you might be interested in, let's take a look at this. For
That's
example,
really
I can
cool.
open up the website right away. So we fetch the socials from the back end as well.
Awesome. Really cool piece of kit. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's just a nice little convenience for traders, and especially on Twitter. Once again, I don't think the terminal itself yet does give you that big advantage. Really depends. Sometimes, once again, we're kind of in a bear market with meme coins right now. So the big ones that we're kind of waiting for, like one of the big public figures, like obviously the Kanye drop, the Trump coin drop, they've been sometime since now. But that would ultimately be the most useful use case. You would be right on social media, it'd be the first one to access. You'd be immediately able to chart that coin. But still, a lot of people still launch their coin on socials first and then kind of pump out what the coin address really is right then and there. So one of the big features we're working on right now is this thing called Top 1 Intelligence, and that's kind of the thing that we want to stand out with. So not only do we want to give you the convenience of like this integration into all these different systems and reducing cognitive load and making it easy for you to look up information, we also ultimately want to give you the ability, what a lot of other terminals and platforms are doing, but not natively inside the browser extension, which is order limits, hitting TP, and just in general, any kind of trading agent actions. And our thinking process behind this is, why should that be so hard and so tough to set up? Why would you need 5 different websites to so this is already set up in the back end. I just don't want to show it on stream, obviously.
That's no
Why
problem.
should it be so incredibly tough to find direct on-chain action that's already interpreted for you? And why do you need so many different websites for that as well? So let's say I want to get information about a specific wallet address, and I want to see its profit or loss or P&L, any kind of statistics, how much does it trade? For example, sent it his wallet, right? I want everyone to look that up. Every time I need to do that, I need to go to a different website than where I look coins up from. And most of the times that information is sometimes outdated, wrong, or just doesn't give me all the information I want. So we give the user the ability to provide their own RPC link, which directly attaches on chain. And we've got AI agents in the backend that fetch that information and interpret it at the same time as well. So I can show you an example of this.
Yes.
Let me quickly pull up a wallet address. I can ask, give me a report of this wallet. And he's pulling up the data and can give you this report for the wallet. You know, what's the P&L, what's the ROI? We have a little bit of a graph here. Once again, the UI and design starting choices, they're still kind of TBD. So if you download the extension right now, it will look a little bit different than what is here, and it's going to look a lot different in a week from now. But ultimately, you can ask any kind of questions. And, you know, I'm not sure how it is about you, but I find myself these days not to Google things anymore, not to go into website anymore. In my workflow. Whatever I do doesn't need to be of crypto trading. I ask AI, and then we thought, why not bring this to crypto trading?
Yeah, agreed. I think it's a great idea. Absolutely. I think more and more people are getting used to just interacting and articulating just with, an AI entity. It makes things a lot easier. I agree 100%. And is this something that you are going to be putting on, let's say, on Apple, on Android? Is this something people are going to be able to download at that point as an app as well down the line here?
That's a good question. We haven't made any plans to release this for mobile because we think our main focus is building a great product for people that actually helps where people trade the way we kind of envisioned and originally traded with, which usually is the social media heavy workflow. And due to the fact that this originally started as a convenience product of, like, as I said, right, reduction of cognitive load, reduction of information fragmentation, similar to what a lot of these AI things that are popping up everywhere right now do as well, but outside of crypto. And now we wanted to do this inside of crypto. Therefore, I don't think this right now fits any kind of mobile plan, but who knows? Maybe we'll find a great idea. Maybe someone can support us in that as well.
Right. And as far as the AI integration goes, is there like an AI trading assistant as well, or is it just mainly like what you've shown us, where it's able to scan what's on your screen, what's in your local environment, and bring it up on here? Do you have like an AI trading system set up within this as well, or is that the extent of how the AI is used? Or
no, that's a great question. So that's actually where we spend most of our development work at right now. We're trying to build agents that understand any kind of trading actions through normal text language, and this is where we hit the biggest kind of threshold right now to really making this a big product. We're working heavily on it. So let's say I tell him, this is kind of a good example right now, actually. So this is already integrated. Let's say I tell him, please copy trade this wallet, but only trade a coin that is above $20,000 liquidity. To the fact that this AI agent is directly having information and can actually access these commands as well, and can fetch that information as well through the RPC link, he can now get information on not only what is he doing, but also how is he trading. So if I want to copy to this wallet in this specific example, and I tell him, let's only trade any coin that he trades above 20,000 liquidity, this drastically reduces the chances of me entering and immediately getting rugged, because this copy trader might not have as much impact on the specific coin. I can do that. And it's going to copy trade. He'll take a look at what does he do. He'll immediately send out the transactions to Exchange and confirm these transactions for me. So ultimately, that's what we're trying to build. Any kind of action that you could imagine, we're trying to extract that data from the way you proposed it. We'll obviously reconfirm it with you, and then the AI agent can autonomously execute the trades for you. We're all trying to do that within the wallet system.
Gotcha. Okay. And let's say, as far as you have a token attached to this. Like, how do you generate revenue? How does it benefit your own token? Do you have a top one token?
So we do not have a token yet. We plan on launching one for the hackathon. We do have some integration with the token lined up. We don't want to share the details yet because we haven't gotten down to the nitty-gritty things, and we still have, luckily, thanks to the extended deadline, some more interesting things we wanted to think about in terms of the integration of the coin. But yes, there will be a coin, and it will be launched soon.
Okay, very good. So, hey, you can come back on here as well and give us some updates as we move forward as well. More than welcome. We always like when we have projects on. If people go over, they get involved, they get invested. We like to try and keep them updated as well with any of those projects that are out there and still building. Speaking of building, how about or actually, let me ask you this first. As far as marketing this, what's your competition look like here? How do you feel like you're going to be able to gain the market share? Have you guys got a budget back there that you're going to plan to roll out a big marketing campaign? Like, what's your strategy there to get adoption on this?
Yeah, this is a really tough point. It's really a big pain point in our team as well. We started this originally as just for random crypto traders, right? We wanted to make a tool that primarily benefited us. Now we want to go public with it. That also means we do not have any VC funding attached to this. This is essentially a project that comes from crypto traders for crypto traders. Therefore, we don't want to make any big promises about whether or not this is going to go absolutely insane and viral, because we just don't know. It's going to be tough competing for any kind of kind of publicity and marketing, as you said yourself, as DCA said in the interview before me as well. I wouldn't even think the problem is the demand in this case, like DCA said. I think the problem is just getting to the people. And you're competing with so many big institutions at this point. Everyone who's gotten in before of us, anyone who's done any kind of trading extension, everyone's now building their web-based terminals, and somehow they've got the funds for it, which is crazy to me because it costs a whole lot of money. Axiom was YC backed, for example, but an entirely different thing, right? They used that money to build this terminal, though. And I don't think without that money they've gotten anywhere close. Now, we're kind of fortunate in the sense that we don't need the big money because we're not building an actual complete terminal. We're just building this interview with trading actions, which gives it a little bit more breathing room. We don't need to spend hosting costs for the website and all that stuff. So we've got that going for us. But yeah, in terms of marketing, we obviously do have a budget, but we're kind of relying on word of mouth. We're hoping this extension is genuinely going to be good for the trader. And we believe if it's good for the trader, and for us, it really has been beneficial. It's been a huge convenience in our trading process from day to day. Then I do believe it's going to spread on its own. And that's kind of what we're hoping for. Once again, we do have marketing budgets, but it's not to the degree of the big institutions.
Right. And again, you know, that's a huge pain point that we recognize here on Moonerdust Media as well, that, you know, there's so many awesome teams out there that are building really good things, but they're on millions of dollars to market them. And that's exactly one of the big reasons we have the show that we have, is we want to be able to bring those awesome builders in, highlight their projects, show the world, anybody that's watching, exactly what they are, so they can find out about these, because there's not a lot of avenues for people to even do that. There are some, but there's nothing major. So that's kind of why we have the bot. That's why we want. So so if you guys do have a community over there, you know, we'd love to continue highlighting you guys when the time comes, because like I said, when you don't have millions of dollars to market, it can be difficult. And again, that's why we're doing this. Tell me a little bit.
Which is awesome, by the way. I love the idea of the bot, and I can tell. And I could tell from the very beginning. I saw your Twitter page, and a friend of mine reached out to you actually as you know, and as my stand-in. That you guys are putting a lot of work into this. And once again, we realized this. We had a little bit of a project before that, just a fun project. It's called trenchwars.ai. It was just like this super fun browser game.
I love that. Token. That was cool. I didn't realize it was the.
Yeah, we kind of messed up the launch, but it was you know, just meant as a fun token. And we realized, man, it is so incredibly tough to first of all realize who actually can do good marketing for you, even if you have a budget. Like, who's going to do it? Like, I'm not as deep into the space as a lot of people. I just trade. I'm not into all these Telegram groups and shilling other stuff. I just trade because I feel I've got a good feeling for community-driven coins. But as you said, right, how else would you then get the exposure? And we didn't get almost any. It was purely organic, and even that has its limits to some degree, I think.
Yeah, totally. You know, you can get so far, and then, you know, sometimes people are just in and out. You know, they're in and out of the community.
Exactly.
Onto another community, so it can be difficult. And that's why we're doing what we're doing here, is to be able to have that consistency, show people other really, you know, great builders in the space. And I know you can get into a bit of a bubble, like you said, when you're building constantly, you're doing trading. It's hard to keep your eye on the trenches. You can't keep it everywhere. You know. Hopefully, if you guys got a big community out there, maybe get the bot installed as well. We'd love to keep highlighting you guys.
I 100% will.
Awesome. Yeah, please do that. And tell me a little bit about the team, of how many of you guys are involved, who's building it, what kind of skill sets you got, how much are you using AI in the build?
So I'm an AI engineer, actually. So I have a master's in AI. And I developed this together with a friend of mine who didn't have any technical background, at least from a scientific point of view, like from an educational side of view. But he kind of learned it on his own. And a big part of that, actually, it's funny that you mentioned AI. We use agentic workflows, and we have used throughout almost the entirety of this development process. Now, this tool, once again, maybe not with this design choice, but it's existed for almost a year, ever since the Trump launch, or barely after the Trump launch, which we've just, once again, used it privately. And ever since then, like, the development process has cut down more and more each month. Whenever a new model was released, and we realized how more efficient you can get with agentic workflows, it's reduced and reduced and reduced. Now, we're lucky that we don't have any. This is interesting in comparison to the DCI before us. We're lucky that we do not write any smart contracts ourselves, because I have written smart contracts. I've run my own Solana programs. That fortunately we do not have to do, because that's almost impossible with AI. But anything else, to anyone out there as well, there's no better time than right now to build literally anything you want. You get a $20 ChatGPT Plus Pro subscription, whatever you want. You can connect it to VS Code, get codecs in there. You describe what you want to learn on the way. There's literally no better way. And we wouldn't have been able to build this fast if not for all these agentic workflows. Doesn't mean you don't need knowledge, especially right now, yet. For now, you still need knowledge, at least in terms of infrastructure and architecture. But that's going to fade as well, I firmly believe.
Yeah, I agree. I think at the rate of progress with AI right now, it's only a matter of time. And like I always say to people, it's not the AI that will replace you. It's the people that know how to use it well are going to replace you. So upskill in AI as much as you can, whatever your niche is, what you like to get involved in. If there's ways to integrate AI, and it allows you to be so lean as a team, and it allows you to cut so much down on overheads and expense costs and things like that. So you've obviously got a lean team. Is that like two of you guys, three of you guys?
So we do have a UX UI designer. As you could probably tell, once again, this is proprietary right now, but in the previous version, you could definitely see this guy knows what's up. Who's fortunately helped us out with any cost of his own as well. Super lucky just through connections because he's a super talented guy, absolutely amazing. And then we have one guy for marketing. So it's a pretty lean team with 4 to 5 people. We do have one on backup for videos and 3D assets, but that's essentially it. So core team of 2 developers and 3 guys surrounding us.
Awesome. Well, shout out to all you guys, whoever is not on. I hope you're all watching. I hope you're proud of your guy Alec here. He's doing a great job of getting this out to everybody. Tell me this, Alec. What's the plan? Let's say, what do the next 6 to 12 months look like for you for this product? And the hackathon, obviously, like whether you win, if you win the 250K, if you don't win it. Now, I mean, I get it, expedite things, but do you have a kind of an idea exactly if we won it tomorrow, we got announced tomorrow, like what's your goals at that point? How would it change what you're doing?
Good question. So what we're focusing on right now is trying to figure out if our target group, if we hit the target group, first of all, through our traditional means, through organic marketing, through stuff like this, for example. So once again, thanks for having us. And if it's valuable to them, because it generally has been valuable to us in our usual trading workflow. And once again, I'm not saying it's going to give you that definite edge. It's not gonna, which is part of the reason we're going to release it to the public. But it's going to make trading as a whole, and once again, in terms of cognitive load, in terms of information fragmentation, in terms of trying to look things up, it's going to make your workflow a little bit more efficient. And sometimes, as a byproduct of that, you might feel better returns. So we're trying to check whether or not that is actually applicable to everyone. We're trying to get in as much feedback as we can. And if we see, look, this is something that people genuinely believe in and wanna, there's no stopping us then. But we got to get to that feedback stage first. So there's a lot of iteration now that's planned for us in the next 2 to 3 months. And the next big part, obviously, is that's entirely independent of if anyone uses this, we're going to definitely do it, is this AI agent within the Solana chat. So we want to build the first real autonomous trading agent that can respond to anything you want and does it in a manner where it's safe, where it's compliant, and useful for the Solana chain as a whole and in general.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it sounds great. I love how it looks. I love the layout. I love the UI, the way that it integrates with the rest of your screen and things like that. I think that's going to be so helpful for people. Someone like me, I could see myself using something like this for sure. Once I get some time, of course, to actually do anything other than what we do now. But that's how it is. Is there? Do you feel like you've expressed everything? You've crossed your T's, dotted your I's here. You think you've given the audience enough to chew on? Is there anything else that you'd like to bestow on them before we sign off?
Honestly, I mainly want to say thanks for having us, because once again, we're not this big institution. We're 4 guys that want to make it. I'm not trying to get sympathies or do this whole sympathy kind of thing where it's like, oh my God, we don't want to earn any money and it's all for nothing and stuff. But if you generally think this is helpful, feel free to spread the word. I think in terms of the product, we've said it all. I think you kind of get the gist. Obviously, there's a lot more stuff in there that I haven't talked about now. You can figure that out yourself. Try it out. It's once again free. You can find all the fees inside the documentation. Obviously, we do have fees to maintain this and get some stuff done and maybe earn a buck or two there as well. But apart from this, no, I think I think that's it. Once again, try it out.
Great.
If you want to support this and get feedback on, we do have some testers right now on our Discord. They help us get feedback on every day. We're changing things literally live on the Discord with testers almost every day. So if you have any feedback, there's any feature that you always wanted for a companion like this, feel free to reach out. We can probably build it. I mean, we're building a fucking AI agent, excuse the language, that like responds to anything you do. So I'm guessing you guys out there have better ideas than we do to some degree, and we'd be happy to hear them.
Yeah, of course. And of course, getting feedback from users, user experience is so important. And we all know that it is very important when you're building. Sometimes you can get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. But if you don't have that feedback coming back at you, you know, it can make that process a little more difficult. I'm going to hit you with some rapid fire shots here. One word to describe top one.
One word? Sorry?
Yeah, one word to describe top one.
Efficient.
Skill or luck?
Skill.
Risk or discipline?
Discipline.
And finally, moon or dust?
Gotta pick the moon. Gotta pick the moon. I'm behind you.
Well, it's been great to have you, Alec, man. I really appreciate it. I think you're doing you're building a great product here as well, and DCA before you. Two awesome products, I have to say. But I see a lot of good reception in the chat as well. And of course, we'll be clipping these after the fact. We'll be posting them again tomorrow across all our socials, across multiple channels on YouTube, on X, on Rumble. So they'll be going out to the masses. We've over 200K plus subscribers on there. I would love it if you guys were able to interact in some way, so that we could continuously highlight you guys. Like I said, it's a huge free alternative ecosystem that we're building here, and we're going to continuously do this. We're over 50 episodes in now. We're about 26 episodes of our game show, so we're not stopping anytime soon. It's an absolute pleasure having you on. You got any final words for Elon if he's watching this?
Well, feel free to reach out. I got some final words for you, though. I gotta be honest. I'm a little bit surprised because I do work in front of the camera as well as a host and commentator, and you're doing a great job. I'm just saying that you're genuinely. I would have not said it if I didn't believe it. You're a good interviewee, so props to you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, let's stay in contact too and see if there's any partnership opportunities moving forward here. Again, we always like to highlight awesome builders in the space. So it's been a pleasure, Alec. Thank you so much. Everybody, you can go and check them out. The website is dcamarkets.com and the yes, I'm on the wrong one.
Check that out as well, but it's top one to trade.
I just fucked up there because you get
no worries.
There we go.
They're having a great product as well, so.
Yes, thank you. So sorry, everybody. I cut that out afterwards. The website is top1.trade. I got too many banners up here that I'm clicking. The website is top1.trade, and the X handle is at top1_trade. Alec, you've been a pleasure to have on.
Thank you so much.
Hope to see you on here again. Keep building, brother. It's looking great. Excited to see it. Excited to see it launch and see what you guys are going to finally produce here moving forward. So thanks again.
Thank you so much. Can't wait to share it.
All right. Awesome. All right. There we go. Thank you, Alec.
All right. Yeah, Mr. P crushing it. Like he said, absolutely crushing these interviews, getting them done. But we are approaching the hour and a half. So yeah, let's go ahead, knock out the top 5. Luckily, it's projects that I think everyone's familiar with. So we could probably do it pretty quick to try not to go too much over the hour and a half. But yeah, it was worth it. Had 2 great projects, heard what they had to say. And they're solid as hell, man. Very good projects.
Yeah, they are, man. I have to say I like them a lot. I'm trying to pull up my file here. I'm getting some awful issues here at the moment with StreamYard. It will not let me pull up a file. Oh, there we go. Finally. There it is.
Yep, there we go. All right.
Hey, all right.
Well, of course, we got our girl, which, again...
Remove.
All right.
There you go.
There you go. Only Rose. We all know. This is what we're used to seeing. Come to find out, this is what we get to see now. So Only Rose is a project launched by one of our community members. She's been around in our community forever. Only Rose, Only Fans. Check out the web, which I'm sure Mr. P is showing right now. Rose knows all. Make sure there's no updates. She is on Lunar Pump. About 15 soul added to the bondage curve, as Mr. P would say, over the next 3 or 4 days.
That's never going to get old.
Growing it slow but steady, which that's in that's how you do it organically. Like you were talking about when we were looking at the mod chart. It's all organic. There's no fluff. We know the game devs play. These are not that games. We're looking to build these things out and have an actual future. I've always said it. They're working on the backroom deal with the OnlyFans girl. Going to get all that established. Once it gets done, they're going to be throwing all of their profits right here. So who knows? May even bond it. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm not seeing any updates on this one. C Lady, though, let us know if you're around while we're going through the rest. If you do happen to have any updates, we will gladly share it.
Absolutely, and shout out to the Only Rose crew as well, grinding it out. And of course, yeah, it's right. If when you come to legal issues like this, it's so important that you have all of that dialed in before you take any big risks or anything like that. So just give them time. They're a solid community. They've been around for a long time and supporting us for a long time. Shout out to you, C Lady, and all the community over there. Website, everybody, roseknowsall.com. X handle is at roseknowsall25. And any updates, of course, C Lady, you be sure and let us know. Drop them into the Moon or Dust Telegram channel or drop them into the live chat. Wherever you got to get them to us, we're happy to announce. All right. Who have we got next? It looks like we have
Whale Miner.
This.
All right, play, mine, win, burn. Whale Miner is a Telegram-based mining game. Players bet, avoid the bombs, and win instantly directly inside Telegram. We actually have it up inside of the Moon or Dust Telegram, so you can go ahead and play it. Our portion of that will get kicked over to Moon or Dust, start to work on that treasury. The player odds, you do have a 70% chance to win, only a 30% chance to lose. It looks like some of the people that are playing in our Telegram are actually, walking away with some good wins.
I seen Telltale Fart. He's been in there cranking it out on the Whale Miner game.
Yeah, I saw him too. He's been having a good time with it. Now, extremely low supply at 5 million as far as the token's concerned. There is a token tax, 4%, 2 of which goes to that game pool. So that's the pool that you're winning out of. Marketing is going to win, or not win. Marketing is going to get 2%. When a player loses, buyback whale, 20%. So it is directly tied into the token. Game pool is 10%. And then total to the ecosystem is going to be 30%. So let's hop on over and make sure there's no updates on Telegram. They actually show you a demo of how the game works right here. Go ahead.
There it is, nice and easy. Of course, this looks like it's based on the classic game Minesweeper from years ago. I remember when the first computer came out, you had Minesweeper on it.
Yep, I remember.
Classic. But yeah, a lot of fun. Easy to install too in any Telegram, and of course, your token, your community, your project can benefit from having something like this. And as the fees and stuff get split up, and it's a nice little handy one to have in there.
Yep, for sure. All right, guys. Yeah, go check them out. You got Derek's handle up, Whale Miner Soul. All right.
Yeah, there we go. Website, whaleminergames.com, and the X is at Whale Miner Sol. Everybody go and check them out, and shout out to the crew over there. And of course, if any of you guys want to come on the show, you're more than welcome. Give us the skinny, as they say. Let us know what's coming up in the future and all that. So yeah, so go and check them out, guys. Whale Miner, there it is. Next up, we got our guy, the Doc himself. It is Fire Chicken. You ready, Sean?
I'm ready.
Okay, there we go. I'll do that again. Here we go.
Let's do it again. All right, Fire Chicken. Website underway. Dr. Chuck, Dev the Fire Chicken, has been around for over a year now. If you're in the chat, Dr. Chuck, let us know if you have any updates for us to go ahead and check out. He does a lot of arbitraging, keeps the volume up. He's very, very good, especially when it comes to Moon or Dust. And I know he's been starting some little buy parties for the Mafia token, which is on a really good run right now. Extremely solid floor. I actually just released a YouTube video on it.
And he just he locked up 30 million Mafia tokens last week. And he said if we get over 100K, which we have done, he's going to lock up another 20 today when he gets home from work. So that will be a total of 150 million Mafia tokens locked up for 1 year. What a guy. Awesome.
Let's go.
Love it.
Yep.
A
lot of Moon or Dust posts, but yeah, it doesn't seem to have any updates. Let's just double check real quick on their CoinGecko.
Yeah.
I always like, again, the different LP pools, I like to go over to CoinGecko so we get that true look at the volume.
Yeah, and anybody that is not familiar with Fire Chicken, Chuck is a serious dude. This is a passion project of his. Massive arbitrage is what he does. He set up LP pools and has arbitrage facilitating the Fire Chicken token. It is certainly a passion project. It's been around for over a year. He's constantly facilitating it. Great community over there. Has an official Jupiter verification as well. Absorbed another project recently. So this is something that he grows and grows and grows. Very he's just on it. The dude is on it when it comes to it, and he helps, like Sean said, he helps us out a lot here as well. And we did do an interview with him a while back. You can check that out on our X handle at Moon or Dust Media, and go to the highlights section, scroll down a little bit. You'll see Fire Chicken there. As Mr. Bitzel said, Chuck don't fuck around, and that is true. He does not. He's a very, very, very cool, calm, collected individual. But yeah, you can go and check out that interview in our highlights section and hear it straight from the horse's mouth himself, or the chicken's mouth, I guess I should say. So yeah, how are you looking, John?
Yeah, looking good. Market cap's at 275, volumes at 78K. So looking about right. Dropped down a little bit. I think he made it up to about 350, 375. So had a little correction going on there. But yeah, guys, like Mafia and like Mod, this is one of the real ones. If you're looking for a good play, a solid play, highly recommend hopping on over at Fire Chicken 007 website. Revamp is going to be coming here shortly. But yeah, this is a good one, guys.
Always solid. Chuck, shout out to you as well, dude. And thank you so much for all the support you've had for us as well with the Mafia token and all that. It's been awesome. And we've had kicking off some great buy parties as well. So that's been great. Shout out to you, everybody. Yeah, go check them out at FireChicken007, and the website will be coming back very soon, I believe. It's being worked on. All right. And next up, we got Infineon. Let's do it. Where's my drum roll? Here it is.
All right, so Infineon, we've been over it multiple times. It's actually our blockchain. So layer 2 Ethereum blockchain. It's the infinitely smarter blockchain. To put in layman's terms, it's a lot to wrap your head around, but basically there's a slight gas upcharge on every single transaction. Those 3 to 5 to 6 cents will get tossed into our underlying asset called Infineon Plus, which makes the blockchain continue to go up in value. So like if it was Binance, you have BNB as your underlying asset. Imagine if on every single transaction there was a slight gas upcharge and you just got slid into to BNB and just kept buying BNB, buying BNB, buying BNB. It would just make every token in the blockchain as a whole more and more valuable. And that's exactly what Infineon does. As I always say, we can talk about it for days. You know, we're running a little bit late on this one. I don't want to go too much longer, so we won't go into too many more details. But yeah, go on over to Infineon.com. It breaks down everything on how our ecosystem works. And this is definitely our project that as we grow our ecosystem and hopefully get mainstream exposure from what we're going to talk about next, that we can really get this blockchain on the map, because it truly is something cool, something different, something that if people see in action, I think people's brains would explode on what it would look like to just have an ever appreciating blockchain. So go check it out, guys. Infineon.com.
Yes, sir. And the X handle is at Infineon, spelled at INFINAEON. Go and check it out. Yeah, I would love to see this just take off, dude. I think the way the underlying asset works would just be such a cool thing to see with big adoption. So let's keep pushing, everybody. Let's keep doing our thing. All right, Sean, looks like that's it. I think we're sitting atop the leaderboard at the moment. So
yeah, let's give a quick rundown on Moon or Dust real quick before we close it out.
All righty, let's do that. Should we have? I guess we'll have a drum roll. Why not?
All right, guys. Mod Media, hardest working team in crypto. I know it's a cliche. It's true when it comes to us. And I just did a YouTube video. 99% of projects are fake. This one is not. The 2 we had on, I'm sure, are not either as well. Weekly schedule. We're going live nonstop. We never stop. Monday through Friday with Mod Trending. The guys, Adam and Mr. Pixel, they go live pretty much every day after the trending show with the Build and Fun Hackathon, the Moon or Dust game show, which we will be airing tomorrow. We're in the Pump Fun Hackathon, so we're going after that 250K. Me and Mr. P is about to produce tonight probably our own video targeting Elon and Tim Draper, because why do we need to wait for them to have us on? We have our own setup. We're going to produce our own video. We're going to coordinate, and we are going to push that all across Twitter. Let's make it impossible to be unheard. That's our ultimate goal. So we're going to coordinate via the Telegram, and we're going to push not only Mod Media, but the Mafia token and just go crazy, especially with the chart that it has right now, the floor that it has, the community that it has. Let's push this to the masses. Obviously, Mod Trending, you are watching it right now. It could be an extremely valuable asset for whoever we plan to partner with, like potentially Pump Fund, and just bring in really good projects to the masses. No one knows where to go to find good projects. We want Mod Trending to not only be the premier trending bot, but then also have this live show attached to it. Not just some bot spitting out numbers, but real, actual people talking to you, inviting people on, going on over everything. And that's exactly what Mod Trending is. And then, of course, we have our game show. It is the highest production crypto thing you will ever see produced, in my opinion. We've done 26 episodes. We've given away $5,100 in prizes, and it is a deal or no deal style game where contestants go head to head against our whales to see how much money they can win. And we are building again on the Pump Fund, our second game. So on top of the trending, we offer entertainment, so many more things. We have Rico's Revenge for 8 Church, the casino over on 8 Chain. We've already handed it off to them. It is completely in their hands. So we are waiting on them. We also do other stuff like token reviews and traditional advertising, because not everyone's familiar with your game shows. And of course, we have the Mod Mafia token chart looking very beautiful. We're going to be incorporating to give it some utility, making you to play the game. You must hold X amount of Mafia in their treasury, locked for 3 months to participate, coming soon. It's going to be the game show prizes, discounts on the trending bot. So if you have the trending bot, you want to get in the top 5. If you want to pay with Mafia tokens, you'll get a discount compared to paying with Soul. We're sending revenue over to the token. And again, we're one of the 1%ers. We are that project. If you're looking for a project to get behind, Mod Media and Mafia, we are that. That revenue, as we produce it, will beef up our tokens and our whole entire ecosystem. And yeah, guys, we're the real deal. We're starting to get more and more attention organically, which is most importantly. We're not fluffing it. We are going organic. We are passing it around privately, talking to different people. Some are whales, some aren't, but we're just getting everyone involved to see the value of this. And I have no doubt, Mr. P, we're going to produce that video, and we are going to push this out, and we are going to get everyone's attention so that they can see exactly what we're doing and the benefits of partnering with Mod Media. So yeah, that is Mod Media. And this has been one hell of an episode today.
Sure has.
Quick top 5. You absolutely crush it. I don't even need to talk during the AMAs because you handle. There's no need for me to even think about jumping in. So you do such a good job.
Thank you.
And yeah, we'll continue. We'll continue pumping more out. We got some more contestants and more guests coming up here in the next few days. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we're actually supposed to have 3 on again today, but
one had to back out.
One had to back out, but I'm sure we'll have him back on as well again. I think do we have 3 lined up for tomorrow as well?
Should be 3 for tomorrow. As soon as everyone shows up, we'll have 3 more tomorrow.
All right, awesome. I love bringing these projects up here, dude. It's really good. I think that's how we're going to continue to grow here. I think our audience are, like you said, they're crying out to find, where can I find a cool project? How do I find it? Like what's the avenue right now? You're just, blindly walking around the trenches hoping something catches your eye, or looking at X or whatever, whereas we can at least give you some solid insight, and where you can hear exactly from the developers, the team, the community, whatever it is. I guess before we sign off, Sean, a few words. Obviously, I'm going to be back again here very soon, but the main thing we want everybody to do as much as possible is get the bot installed. If you are in a Telegram community, it's not spammy, I promise. Get them to try it out for a week at least, and they can shit can it after if they don't like. But tell them, hey, just try this out, give it a shot, take advantage of the exposure. Like I said, we cut all these out after the live on Pump Fun at the moment. Eventually, we'll be going live on all channels again, but we do take all these shows, all the clips, everything else, and we post them across our multiple YouTube channels, multiple X channels, on Rumble as well, totaling over 200k subscribers. So you have nothing to lose by installing that bot, and everything to gain. And you could even have a chance at going on one of our soon-to-be 2 game shows to win some Mafia token to have in your own treasury there as well for your project or whatever. So there's absolutely no reason. Please go and install the bot. I just want to say thanks to everybody. Thanks to our guests today. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. It's been a good show. Love hearing from more awesome projects that are involved in the hackathon. We'll be coming back for the next part of the live build. I've done a lot of work on all those playing cards. I got a full deck ready.
Nice.
Done. I done it last night. So we're going to start adding those and we're going to start teasing out some of the final stuff in the gameplay. But yeah, tune in. I think we're going on for episode 10. Myself and Adam will be jumping in and we'll continue the build of the game show that we're building. The next one to add to our lovely little ecosystem here. So excited for that. I'll sign off now. Thanks again to everybody. Appreciate you. And thanks for hanging in there. It's been a longer episode today, but it was good. A lot of fun.
All right. The guys will be back. Build in public. We'll also be back with some more mod trending tomorrow. But until we meet again, you guys know what to do. Trade safe. What is going on, everyone? I am DeFi Sean, and Pump That Fun in the entire crypto world is about to get hit with the coolest thing it's ever seen because Mod Media is joining the Build in Public Hackathon on Pump That Fun. We've done it once with Lunar Dust, our high production game show that's about 25 episodes in front of everyone on YouTube. But this time, for our second game, we're going to be building live on Pump That Fun for everyone to see. So let's go ahead and get into it. And for those that don't know me, I am DeFi Sean, the owner of Crypto and Cause Investing, both the YouTube channel and the marketing company, and one of the co-founders of Mod Media, joined by my partners Adam and Mr. Pixel. We're building live entertainment that actually converts attention into on-chain activity. And the problem we're solving is simple. We all know crypto has amazing technology, but horrible engagement. Builders are either building something too complex or flat out too boring. Also, builders have the problem of getting people to engage and stay locked in, and most of the marketing they do feels fake or inorganic. Mod Media fixes that though by turning crypto into live, interactive entertainment. We go live 5 days a week with what we call Mod Trending, covering the top 5 projects trending on our bot. For those that didn't join us on YouTube building Lunar Dust, it is a high production deal or no deal style game where developers go head to head against our whales, picking their wallets for a chance to win up to 1,000 USD. Then that second game is coming to Pump That Fun. But exactly what are we going to be doing? We're going to be coding live. We're going to be testing it live. We're going to be bringing up community members to play the game, to break it, and to work out all the bugs in front of everyone to see. And at the same time, we're going to be bringing Mod Trending to Pump That Fun, Lunar Dust to Pump That Fun, and also teaching builders how to utilize AI for graphics, branding, and content creation. If you make crypto fun to watch, people stick around. And if people stick around, builders win. And when builders win, that's how entire ecosystems are built. And I hope Pump That Fun and our competitors are ready, because when Mod Media hits Pump That Fun, it is going to be essentially over. What we do, no one does it better, and the entire market is about to see that. So go ahead and strap up and enjoy the entertainment.